For the past couple of years, the British Library has been working with the Qatar Foundation and the Qatar National Library to develop a soon-to-launch digital resource which is going to transform research into the history of the Gulf and the wider Middle East. And for the people here in Qatar, it's going to bring heritage like this to life. To be able to visit the fort at Zubarah is fantastic, but it's also fantastic to be able to read about what was going on in Zubarah in 1782. It's incredible to think that one of the documents we're putting online from the East India Company records at the British Library actually references this very place. By making this content digitally available to the people of the Gulf, we can inspire new forms of interpretation of that history. We're really approaching the final preparational stage of the project, and in coming to Qatar, we've got an opportunity to meet with our partners at the Qatar National Library and make sure that the preparation we do sees us through to launch.
This all is about Mecca, and the most interesting for me is how it was looking like in the beginning, before. What we try here with the Qatar National Library is to develop a bridge between the heritage and the future. It's very important to find more availability, material and documents on the history of the region, and also to give researchers possibilities to learn more about it. What is so special in our project is it's not just digitizing pages. The aim of the project is, through the metadata, to make it accessible with names, with places, that it's really searchable and that the results are really specific.
These are handwritten letters, these are typed reports, but these are also maps and sketches and photographs. And to make this accessible to the people, this means to give them direct access to their own history, to the history related to their families, to the country. And this is very important.
Any country or any civilization throughout history, you will see there is a huge attention to education, to reading. What Qatar Foundation is doing now, it's basically providing all this wealth of information in order to push the development of the society over here.
They have all the universities here in the education city, and they wanted one central library. So everybody can come and read in our library, and in the moment, as the library building is not open yet, they can read it online. So what I say when somebody is asking me when is the library open, I say it's open already, just come, register, and you are a part of it.
Trade, commerce, travel, about key places.
I really hope that different audiences would use this to a huge extent, especially the younger generation in this country. They will be hopefully intrigued, and interest will rise and grow for their own history.
When you spend time with young people in the region, looking closely at collection items that we have at the British Library, it's great to see that sense of novelty and surprise and interest that's stimulated from a conversation around those items, and the potential there for new insights that we can take back to the British Library.
We are diving in history and looking around, so it's like a door to the 19th century.
It's nice being a part of this. I'm contributing in the next step of technology and history being together.
There's a lot of things for us to look back and see, our history and where we were. And these things don't, exist here very easily, and they're not accessible. So having these things online, it's really great. It's very beneficial.
They have a digital portal where they know there is material in it about the region, about the Gulf. So whenever I go there, I find something. And this is where the material from the British Library is so important for the region here.
This partnership enables us, enables the people in Qatar, but also the people far beyond in the region, worldwide, to discover the history of this whole Gulf region and to see it with new eyes, so to say.
I think it's rewarding to meet with young people in Qatar and spend time looking at the resources that we're developing, because you start to see what it means for them to be able to access this content in Arabic. You start to see what it means for them to be able to conduct searches based on the places where they live or the places they visited, to start to see the ways in which they can use and build upon some of the digitized resources that we've developed. That is really exciting, and it shows that there's a great potential for the future.